All right, welcome to the Roca.
The Roca Box.
Roca. Fun story. So we got the name Roca from a user on Instagram. We put out this little word that we're going to release this box hop with a little bit of tidbits of where it was located and what it looked like, just some teaser pictures. And we asked people, help us to name it and you'll win a night stay. So I really wasn't certain that I would find one that stuck because I'm pretty picky. So we were just going to have fun with it.
Just a little picky.
Seth was riding my butt about figuring out this name for this place. So we're like, okay, let's ask Instagram. So we did. And a gal mentioned the Roca. And I was like, ooh, I really like that. It just had a ring to it. And if you see the outside, it's nestled between two massive cliffs of
And
this
Roca
beautiful
is rock in Spanish.
Yes, this beautiful black hand sandstone. It's like a, isn't that what it's called? Yeah. It's like really popular in the Hocking Hills area. So beautiful cliffs, rocks, right nestled on either side of it. And so when I read that, I was like, I really like it. And it's got like a fun little flair to it. And if you look around, this house is so much fun. And it needed something that had a really fun and like a flair to the name. So
Roca.
Roca it is. And it is the aesthetic is very eclectic and much different from what you've seen probably from us in the past and opposed to what's trending, which is very, right now it's minimal and sleek and modern, and this house is just the opposite. It is eclectic and maximal and weird, and I love it. It stretched all of my design brain thinking, and it really had me stumped in a few places on how to make sure everything fit well together, but also had its own unique taste to each room. So it's really, really fun. Can't wait to show you all of the little details. I actually probably won't be able to show you all the details because you're just gonna have to stay and see them. There's just too much, but I digress. We'll start here in the foyer, if you will.
Foyer.
And we've never really had a foyer.
Yeah.
In any of the other houses, just kind of like an entry hallway, but this is legit foyer. Fun wallpaper and this amazing tower that leads to upstairs that was built on. We are standing inside a 20-foot shipping container, and then the staircase up here in the lower part is within the container, but above is a box traditional build around the top portion because we didn't have a container sitting directly above this 20-foot. And in this 20-foot container, we have laundry and a utility room that look very similar to the other houses of ours that you might have seen, where you walk in and it's the washer and dryer, and then if you turn to the left, you see a utility area that a lot of the space is utilized for our cleaners, where they can store all of their supplies, where we can put all of our towels and linens and all of those good things, water heater, stuff that isn't so pretty. On the other side of the 20-foot container is going to be, as I mentioned, the stairs and a small but mighty little half bath. It's so cute, I love it. It was fun picking.
It's where all the magic happens. I just wanted to say something. It's where all the magic happens.
Right, for Seth, all the magic happens. And so it was fun being able to incorporate a bathroom on this first floor. It was something, when we built the Boho, if you've seen that, it is a 40-foot on the bottom and a 20-foot on top, and it just has one bathroom on the lower level. While this being a little bit larger, there is a bathroom upstairs and a bathroom downstairs, which was a big deal because if you're hanging out down here, you don't have to go all the way upstairs, or if you're upstairs in the bedrooms, you don't have to come all the way to the first floor to use the restroom. So we were able to
thought of everything.
We were able to squeeze in this little tiny half bath, and it looked great.
Tiny half bath. It's a taff bath. That's what we call it. Taff.
Seth, what's behind us?
Look behind us, folks. Fine, I've been sitting here just ready to talk.
Oh, good.
If you sit in the dining room, surrounded by rocks. So every window on the first floor, rocks, cliff faces, ferns, moss, other names for ferns, other names for moss, and the dining area. This chandelier was actually Emily's grandmother's, so a lot of sentiment, really, like sentimental items and personal things went into this home to make it kind of a personal space for us. So this belongs to Grandma Mina. She is 93? Mm-hmm. Yes, 93. And this was Grandma Mina's donation to the space. Rocks, cliffs, this actually looks 150 feet back into a cave and an opening connected and right beside this box hop. The big thing about this space, you've got a 40-footer, as Emily mentioned, a 20-footer beside us, and we had to chisel out the rock around this just to get the foundation in to put the boxes here. Hands down the hardest box hop we've ever built. If you walk away from the dining area, together we can go to the kitchen. So within a 40-foot container, kitchen, the big thing here, I think we visited a friend's home by the beach, and they had a cabinet that was connected to a window, and we'd never seen anything like that.
That's really cool.
So we did the same thing here, and just like on the other homes where we're trying to bring the outside in, that's the goal for the space. So you've got that built into the cabinet. You've got this massive window here overlooking the sink. You can actually see to the other side of the valley from here, where you've just got these massive cliff faces and everything else. So it's a view. Views for days in here. I would say the biggest point of contention on this build, you're already smirking.
No, go ahead.
The biggest thing here was Emily showed me a picture of a built-in with a round wooden window.
A picture or a sketch?
A sketch. Mm-hmm. A picture of a sketch that she made. And said that 54-inch window, we're going to put wood around it, which took a lot of time. I have a friend that his crew helped us with it, or they did it, and it was a lot of time and a big project. So this built-in you see here, you've got the massive window, and then the rock face that it overlooks is crazy. But so it's a great seating spot, and I'm glad that she talked me into it, just like everything else. What else we got in here?
If you, again, have been to the Boho, you took similar functional space for what we did at the Boho, and we repeated it here in this container because it's the same idea where you've got one long 40-foot container, and how do you best utilize a kitchen space? It's a galley kitchen, they would call it, one line.
Is it galet? A galet kitchen?
No.
I'm just kidding. No,
definitely not.
No.
So as Seth mentioned, sort of all your functional things that you would need for the kitchen are along one wall. It does have a window just like the Boho's, but this time we raised it up a little bit higher just so that you have room for more of a backsplash, room to put shelves above and below and sort of frame out that long window. But I really loved that feature at the Boho because it just allows you a panoramic view for outside. You're not confined to just one small area. And in a spot like this, I just feel like it's important so you can get the full range of where you're situated. So that's been cool. Yes, the built-in was a point of contention, Seth, but everybody loves it. Again, with this very eclectic, whimsical sort of a vibe, I just imagine tons of books, tons of knickknacks and unique fun things that I've collected personally over the years. And I've also had another gal help me that she's had some collectible things, and we just tag teamed this whole setup to really just be eclectic and fun and just all the fun things. So it turned out perfect, I think.
It did.
And everybody, the first thing they want to do is to jump in that window seat and curl up, and that makes me so happy because that's exactly what I imagined when I first drew that out. I was like, I just want somewhere cozy to read a book and nestle up. So I think it worked out perfect.
Yeah. We have the smeg here, which is like a
signature
box hop thing. I feel like at this point, our third smeg and our fourth box hop. So must have the color, just like the house. Oh yeah, this was my only design addition.
No. You always
I said we should have a bright, what is this, bright lipstick red?
Cherry.
Cherry red?
Yeah.
Cherry red. Smack.
Lipstick.
And here we are. No?
I do not wear that color lipstick.
No, I don't either. And then, views for days.
Views in living room.
Views for days. So there's actually a frame TV on the wall that you can watch here. It pulls out, and when you turn it off, it looks like a picture. So that was also my idea.
Yeah,
I'm killing it.
You did
with
great.
ideas.
You did great. So this area, we've tried to, again, look back to previous builds and experiences. So with the Boho, we had a living and dining all-in-one sort of setup with the banquette and the dining table. And in this space, because it is a 2-bedroom house, I wanted it to make sure that everyone was comfortable and it had enough space. So you saw the dining room on the opposite end, and this end is strictly just for living space, vegging out, watching the TV, and you don't have to share that with your dining necessarily. So that was fun to be able to separate and have space to do that. And Seth mentioned, like, these views are incredible up here. It's, once you're outside, you'll get to see it sort of suspended and cantilevered off.
It cantilevers out right here with a killer view.
And
so
what's that way outside, Seth?
there's a waterfall, actually. And you can hear it on a rainy day, or when it's quiet outside, you can actually hear the waterfall from the house. So it's just that way. We do have a path for people to go and explore and enjoy their own waterfall with over 100-foot drop.
Yes, and the cave and all kinds of fun stuff. So it feels like you can get a little bit of the Hocking Hills without even having to leave the property.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But I think that's pretty much it for downstairs. So let's show you guys upstairs and check out the bedrooms and the bathroom.
Yes.
Spiral stairs, brass handles, all the fun things.
I farted.
Oh,
I'm
Seth.
just kidding. I'm joking. I would never do that.
All right. So upstairs is one 40-foot container and the little addition that we put on for the staircase to reach this 40-foot on top.
The most important thing up here would be Ramsey. The ram's head that we actually decorated with in the stairway.
Yes, it is a fun piece for this house. It was like one of our staple finds. We were in Michigan at like a flea market type consignment collective place, and it was really fun. We saw it, we're like, that's weird. We're building something really weird, and that could fit perfectly and be whimsical. So
weird is as weird does.
When you come, you get to meet Ramsey.
Yes. And the views as you come up the steps and you walk around the spiral staircase, windows on each side, overlooking like kind of the opening of the property. It's a whole vibe.
We really wanted it to be a full glass encasement for the stairs, but the budget didn't allow for it. So we just used windows.
Yeah, I mean, who does that? Who uses windows?
Still cost some money, but definitely more affordable than just like a full glass, which I was envisioning, but it's okay. It worked out really well to accomplish what we wanted.
Yeah.
So really the layout of this second floor is bedroom, bathroom in the middle, and then another bedroom on the opposite end cap. So the first bedroom here is the quote unquote gold room. And it is so cute in my opinion. It has like this gold, half gold color. Hey, guests are coming.
Friends are coming.
This really fun wallpaper. So wallpaper, if you haven't noticed, has been like a fun addition to the entire house. And I
didn't budget for wallpaper, but here we are.
But it makes the space. It totally makes the space.
Yes.
So
views, you can actually see the rock right behind us. It's less than a foot away from the house. So the cliff face and everything ties into this room beautifully.
And then we'll back up, Sue. Let's see this. This setup was friends of ours in Michigan had done this in their house, and I loved how it turned out, where you put a lofted twin bed, and then you still have room for your queen bed underneath. And in a place that we're putting together, it's always nice to have that extra bed for kids or a friend that's tagging along or whatever. It's always better to have, in my opinion, more places for people to come and experience and enjoy. So this was a fun way to make that happen, putting a lofted bed with the queen below it. And we still have room for a dresser. So it's a cute little space.
Yeah, it's a good space. Skylight and all.
Yeah,
Great
gotta
space.
have the skylight. That helps the rooms feel so much bigger. And then as you come down the hallway, Seth.
This is where the magic happens.
I was waiting for
Right
it.
here. Let's go. We're both
Do we
gonna
want?
squeeze in.
It's so small. I'll turn the light on.
I don't know. It feels pretty big. You got the round window, the like floor to ceiling tile, and the tile actually, one of our good friends Rob put it in, and it went in essentially like wallpaper. So each piece ties into the next piece to make a picture, and it's very earthy and very eclectic and funky. What do we call it?
You can see it's, again, super small, quaint, but has all the essentials.
So this is where the magic happens.
Oh my gosh, every room.
This is a king-size bed in a shipping container. We did this at the Boho. Game changer. Game changer. So, massive bed, cool headboard.
Look at my little chandelier. We gotta turn it on. Where are you? There it is.
Look at that.
Look how cute.
Puts out so much light, it's blinding.
It's a mood, okay? It's a vibe. Is that a thing? It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You wouldn't understand.
And it just opens up. Skylight, windows. You can actually see the green roof from here too, which was a big feature on this home, just tying the nature of the property in with the house. So
yeah, he
love
wasn't
it.
happy with me about that either.
No, because it was a lot of work. We spent, my brother specifically, DJ, spent 4 days foraging for ferns and moss and dirt, carrying them up ladders to get this beautiful vibe and aesthetic that you see now.
I love it.
It's cool.
I know. I mean, that was, again, like when we pictured this whimsical, weird, eclectic house, it had to have a living room. So we do. Got the king bed on this end, some more fun wallpaper. Again, room for your dresser, and the views, same as before. I mean, the waterfall is just this way. The whole like big cliff face that leads up onto the prairie up above. Yeah, this has been super fun to create. We can show you guys a quick outside spin of the hot tub and deck space and the little chimney outside. But other than that, that is everything to show you inside.
Yeah.
Until you come, you'll notice more details, of course. All right, so to show you guys for the outside, this is the little chimney that I found at a local, I guess you can call it like a flea market. It's called the Rural Society in Mount Vernon, Ohio. Love them. They have a ton of vendors that come in with homemade stuff and vintage finds. And this cute, weird little chimney was there. And I was like, hey, that fits the total vibe of the Roca. So I bought that, and we wanted to not add any more decking or any more clutter around the home. So really finding a strategic place to put it was crucial. And I thought putting it off to the side in the front with its own little seating area was convenient, because you can come right out the front door, come have your little fire, and then go right back inside, and it's not too far of a walk. You can also see from the walkway up to the house, it was easy to tie in the pavers to head right over to that space. So I just feel like on this sort of a getaway, you want to have a wood burning fire. Oh, and here comes Seth. Perfect timing, because we're gonna show the last little bit of the outside. Well, there's a lot on the outside to really go explore and check out, so I can't show you all of it again, but I'll show you the last intentional space that we created for the hot tub and the grill. So it's right over by Seth. We'll head that way. Where are we headed?
Roca exterior, specifically the bougie deck. Bougie's bad, right?
Bougie? It's not bougie. It's so quaint.
The quaint. Let's check
Although
out
you
the
weren't
quaint
happy
deck.
with me about it, right? So you would call it
I
bougie.
wanted to do just like an outside paver patio area, and then Emily's like, with this rock, we really need to build around it, accentuate the nature.
Yeah.
And it was always a lot more than, you know, bit off a lot more than I thought we could chew.
You did it.
Still chewing on it.
You did great.
Let's check it out.
This cool paver, again, I loved how the pavers.
Emily laid these out.
I did.
Actually. A lot of
It was
sweat
good.
equity on this one.
And-
If you have broad shoulders like myself, you got to be careful going through here. You might get stuck.
Definitely. But this has just been so fun. Like having the rock here and being able to walk past it and see everything. I don't know. It's all part of it.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe. And then the hot tub.
And the hot tub. This is the thing people love, you know, and at night, it's just epic. Like having all of this around you and the big rock beside you.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
You can even grill and like flip burgers in.
Yep, the grill's here. You can have some grill time, some hot tub time. You could cook burgers from the hot tub. Not that I've ever tried that. Yeah,
We don't recommend it.
Tied everything into this massive rock and even built a house around the rock. So when we put the 20-footer in, we had to relocate the foundation just so it would all fit around this massive rock. And it's kind of island off around the driveway in the house.
And this is the cantilevered section of the 10 feet from the living room that we mentioned that was cantilevered. This is where that's at, so you can see a little bit of it from the deck. And that's the Roca.
That's it.
That is the Roca. There's tons of hiking, as Seth mentioned, waterfall just behind us in this little canyon. So lots to see, lots to do. It's gonna be, it's really fun to release this house.
Located on 75 acres, so plenty of room to get out and stretch your legs. Let's go, girl.
Okay, and we hope you come and stay with us. Seriously, it means the world. This is a dream come true for us to be crazy with our imagination and all of our creativity, and being able to actually put it to life is insane. It's wild that we get to do it, and the best and the most rewarding part is having people come and stay and experience it. So thank you for always for your continued support. We would love, love, love to have you stay with us at the Box Hop.
Let's go.